Hey, good evening, guys. Welcome to this video. My name is Arnaud Genet. I'm the Chief Road Steward and Director at PRL. So today we're going to take a look at stewarding guidelines and rules modification. So as for PRL, our goal is to provide fun, fair, and competitive racing for everyone. And for my team, for the stewards team, that means transparency. So that's what you can expect from us throughout the season. A few additions to the team. So to the stewarding team this season, so we had a pretty solid group for the past few seasons. Always people coming up, coming out. So for this particular season, 3 new drivers, stewards will join the team. So Guillaume Levesque from Advanced Motorsport, Dominic Olivier from Precision Racing Esports, and Ryan O'Connor from Vaporworks. So of course, stewards will not be allowed to review their incidents or any incidents involving their teammates. So that's why I'm adding their team affiliation right here. As for rules change, slight modification to the corner rights rule. So we have mainly changed the wording. So I'm not going to review all the rules today with you guys. You can take a look at the rules on the forum, but the wording has been changed. So roughly, the modifications are that sufficient overlap is still the same, which means that any part of the front wheels of one car is alongside the rear wheels of the car ahead, right? So we're gonna see a couple of examples in the next few minutes to see what we can expect from the stewards and also what are requirements for this league. And I will also add that there's a 4th rule that's been added to add for us a couple of let's say flexibility in general. So some situations need some flexibility from the stewards to give or not to give penalties in certain situations. So of course, this rule number 9 is about cornering room and rights to overlap. So therefore, we have to define in which zones are we talking about. So of course, we're talking about the corner. This rule is not for straight lines. So of course, we have stuff regarding moving under braking, for example. So for us, the corner is mainly defined by where the car turns in a normal situation, and as soon as the car is straight and heading out to the next corner. Of course, this is the end of the corner. In different in situations where it's not as defined as a 90 degree like this, of course there will be room necessary to for the stewards to, let's say, to interpret the rules in general. In general, you got to leave space for your opponents. So of course, what we're looking at here is of course a turning point and a car that's going straight at the end of the corner. Right? So, and of course, even though you have to go off track in this situation, the second to last image, that's of course allowed. And as soon as you're going straight, then that's the end of the corner. So in this situation, let's say traditional situation where the car at the back has not overlap, then the car in front has to just do his normal corner, right? And we are expecting the car in red in this situation to back out of it, not to dive, because there's a triangle of danger and you might have a collision at the corner, right? So in here, the blue car doesn't have to leave you space since there was no overlap at the turning point. So red is expected to back out of it. So it would be in this situation where a contact happens, the second frame would be deemed responsible for the car in red. Situation 2, so here we do have a tire overlap on turn-in, right? Turn-ins is at the same spot. We have the front tires leveled with the rear tires of the car at the back. So of course it applies for Formula cars, GT3s, and prototypes. So here we are expecting the blue car to give racing room to the car inside, all the way up to the end of the corner. And of course, as it also regards for track limits at the end. So even though here red could have pushed blue to the outside of the track, so the rumble strip kind of counts, but he has to leave him some room to rejoin the track at the end of the rumble strip, just like it is written in the rule. So we are expecting you guys to leave space. And lastly, so another situation here, again, overlap at the corner entry, but losing overlap throughout the corner. So in this situation where this frame right here, red has lost the overlap with the blue car, therefore blue car doesn't have to leave space, and we are expecting a red car to back out of it. So of course those are only three small situations. I'm pretty sure I could have drawn thousands, and every incident is kind of unique in its own way. So we'll with the rule 9.4, we will always give us a little bit of interpretation allowed for each corner and each race. A couple of other things regarding PRL and our main focus always regarding rule number 12, recovering from incidents. This is we don't tolerate those kind of rejoins, so it's very, very important, guys. When you are spinning or losing control of the car, fastest way to regain control is just to hold your brakes. So this will make you easier target to avoid for cars around you. And of course, when you want to rejoin the racetrack, or if you're still on the racetrack, you have to look at the gaps, make sure that there's space on the track before rejoining, and then of course try to rejoin as much as possible parallel to the track to make you a smaller target and avoid any other actions or unwanted actions, incidents, or stuff like that. Lastly, regarding stewarding, we are still working with passive stewarding, meaning that you have to protest after the race. You have 48 hours after the end of the race to submit the replay. There's a form on the forum for to do that. We absolutely need the replay file, the .rpy file from iRacing. It is mandatory for us. It enables us to review all the angles. We are mainly giving championship penalties or race or season suspension. Of course, season suspension is not a common occurrence, but still, we do have an opportunity. Well, we have tools to give you that if it's needed. And of course, as for your opponents, you will drive against the same drivers every week for 10 weeks in a row. And most of our drivers are not at their first season at PRL. So please assume the best from those guys. Feel free to ask questions, interact with the other drivers respectfully, of course. And before submitting the replay, the protest, take the time to watch and save the replay. And of course, ask yourself, what could I have done better to avoid the incident in general? So this will allow you to open up your mind, but also to reflect on your own mistakes and what you could do differently next time. As for the process itself, no change. So I just mentioned it, but roughly, so at the end of the race, you have to submit the protest. The incident replay will be made available on YouTube and the Discord stewarding channel. I will be making those videos. So those are just to look at the incident from different angles. Stewards will review and vote. And as soon as we have some kind of outcome, the results or the outcome of the vote will be posted on Discord. And of course, if there is a major incident that needs to be reviewed, or I do have to make another video for them to review all the angles, or specifically for this incident, I'll be making that. And of course, you have also an opportunity to submit appeals. So if you're not fully not fully agreeing with the steward's ruling, you can always appeal, bring some new information to the steward so we can take a look at it once again. Lastly, no change for this season. A little typo here. It's not season 3. It's season 4. So 3 levels of penalties: warning, minors, and majors. And of course, we are evaluating how the driver's history, severity, aggression, how many cars were involved, and of course the strength of field. So of course we don't have as much expectations for a lower strength of field than higher ones. So that's pretty much it for today. I know that's a lot. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me on Discord. Other than that, enjoy your season 4 at PRL, and hope to see you on the track.